Here's what nobody tells you about saving money. The people who are good at it aren't trying harder than you. They just set things up so they don't have to try at all. I figured this out the hard way after racking up $14,000 in debt buying stuff I don't even remember, one $12 purchase at a time. The fix wasn't a stricter budget or more guilt. It was building a handful of micro habits so automatic that saving became my default, not my daily battle. Today, I'm sharing the exact ones I use, the ones that actually stuck, that don't make life miserable, and that quietly put more money in my account than any skip your latte lecture ever could. Most money problems don't come from one big dramatic mistake. They come from autopilot. $12 here, $9 there. It was only $18, 3 times a week. And because none of it hurts in the moment, you don't notice it until your account feels like it's haunted. And look, it's not just you. In 2025, about 67% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. A lot of the time, it's not because people are lazy or bad with money, or even because their income is tiny. It's because money is slipping out in 100 quiet ways and nobody's watching it happen. Here's the part that surprised me. It's not the perfect budget or the fanciest app that changes things the fastest. It's feedback. Regularly looking. Feedback beats willpower. The goal isn't to control every dollar like a prison guard. The goal is to retrain your brain so saving happens automatically. Because like 96% of our thinking is automatic. That's where the habit has to live. If you don't look, your money can't get better. Your life never gets the signal that anything needs to change. I don't save money because I'm disciplined. I save money because I built a tiny routine that forces me to look. No drama, no spreadsheets, no new month, new me. It's 2 minutes a day. In the morning, 30 seconds. I check my account balance and I ask, what 1 or 2 payments might hit today? Gas? A subscription? That random auto draft you forgot about? Just name it. At night, 90 seconds. I write what I spent in 3 buckets. Food, everyday, other. That's it. No perfect categories, no shame. I literally type it into my notes app most nights while Patrick's watching something on YouTube. It takes less time than arguing with myself about whether I need a little treat. And doing it manually matters. Tapping it in creates a tiny speed bump that an app you'll check later doesn't. This habit saves you from overdraft fees because you see problems early, and it helps you catch fraud fast. Those little $1 test charges are usually the warm-up act. No monthly review required. Just see what's happening. If you do only one thing, turn on transaction alerts by text or email. Your money can't disappear quietly anymore. Here's the mindset shift that saves the most money without feeling like a punishment. When you cook, don't cook just for right now. Cook for tomorrow you. And tomorrow you is always tired. Tomorrow you is always one minor inconvenience away from DoorDash. Food is the biggest lever for most people. Americans are spending about 55% of their food budget on eating out now. And the math is rude. A restaurant meal is around $20. A basic home meal is closer to $4. That gap will clean out your checking account quietly. So I don't do meal prep marathons. I do one portion of future. Every time I cook, I make at least 1 extra serving, lunch tomorrow, freezer, or a legit emergency dinner. And I keep it simple. Protein, carb, veggie. That's it. No complicated recipes, just building blocks. Also, we waste a ton of food. About 1 out of every 4 grocery bags ends up trashed. That's roughly $728 a year per person in the garbage. And if you're thinking, if I don't have something ready, I order, that's not a character flaw. That's a system flaw. Start today. Pick 2 dinners a week that you automatically cook double. Just 2 anchors. My mom used to do this without calling it anything. No recipe, just make enough for tomorrow. Took me years to realize that was the system. And tell me in the comments, what's your go-to meal you always double? Or what's your freezer save me from delivery dinner? I read them, and I genuinely need new ideas beyond rice and beans. Here's the grocery habit that saves me the most money with the least personality change. I have a default store, the cheap one. I don't stand in my kitchen every week debating Walmart versus Target like it's a moral decision. My default is Aldi, and then I'll hit the little Mexican market by my place for a few fresh basics. That's it. Second, store brands are the default too. They're usually 25 to 30% cheaper, and in taste tests, about 76% of people say they taste the same. And if it's one of the 24%, congratulations, you found a brand name worth it. Buy it, move on. Also, multi-store deal hunting is often self-deception. The gas, the time, and the, well, I'm here impulse buys eat the savings. My system is one grocery trip a week with a fixed list. If it's not on the list, it's not real, except genuinely fresh basics like bananas, onions, or cilantro. And a lot of supermarket savings hacks are just adult busy work. Apps, points, flyers, and somehow you still go home with 3 bags of snacks you didn't plan. Here's the money leak that wrecks people who don't even spend that much. The tiny, frequent, why not purchases. The average is about $282 a month in impulse buys. That's over $3,300 a year. Not one big mistake, just 1,000 little ones. And it hits in the same places every time. The grocery checkout lane with the cute little snacks, the gas station where a $4 fill-up somehow becomes $14, the coffee shop where the muffin magically joins the chat, and online it's Amazon, buy now, app add-ons, and those I'm just browsing orders. So here's the habit, 3 seconds. Before any unplanned purchase, pause for 3 seconds and run this script. Is this a want or does it solve an actual problem? Am I paying for stress or convenience? And if I still want it, I can get it later, on the way out, at the end, after my next task. You don't need a 24-hour rule for a $9 thing. A tiny delay is enough to break the spell. In stores, I'll come back at the end. Online, add to cart, close the tab, do literally one other thing first. I did the math in my debt era. Over $200 a month on Amazon little stuff. All under $15, all just real quick. That's why this works. It stops the invisible spending that makes you feel broke at the end of the month. If that just clicked for you, hit like. And if you want more frugal habits that don't require a personality transplant, subscribe. I post every week and I will never shame you for an iced coffee. Let me say what I refuse to do to save money, because frugal should not feel like punishment. I'm not doing DIY projects that take 45 minutes to save 12 cents. Like, homemade laundry detergent comes out to around 7 cents a load, and the cheap store brand is 5 cents a load. I'm not spending my Saturday stirring a chemistry experiment to lose 2 cents. No. I'm also not deal hopping across town like it's an Olympic sport. Gas costs money, time costs money, and somehow you save $4 and come home with $20 of stuff you didn't plan to buy. And I'm definitely not cutting every small joy until life feels gray. That's how you get frugal fatigue. You hold your breath for 3 weeks, and then you explode and drop $300 on a self-care Target run. Here's my system. I pick 2 to 3 things I'm allowed to love spending on. My iced coffee stays. Coco has her own budget line. That's the deal. And then for the I don't care categories, I automate it. Store brands, one routine, fewer decisions. Frugal that lasts feels normal, not heroic. Let me kill one money myth real quick. I'm not here for skip your latte and you'll be a millionaire. That's usually math gymnastics, and it just leaves people feeling guilty about the one nice thing keeping them human on a Tuesday. The real compound effect of frugal living is boring. It's defensive. It's stopping the leaks. Because the way money disappears for most of us isn't one dramatic mistake. It's frictionless spending. Tap to pay. One click. Sure, add the side. You don't feel it in the moment, so your brain doesn't learn. And then you look up and your account is like, so anyway. These little daily systems fix that without you having to be a brand new person with brand new willpower. So here's the only homework I'll give you. Pick exactly one autopilot habit and do it for 66 days, not 21. 66 is the average for something to start feeling automatic. And if you pick mine, do the 2-minute money check-in. Your score isn't, did I save perfectly? It's, how many days did I show up this week? That's it. That's the whole game.